everyone. It's Sarah. Good to see you. I'm the founder and the executive director at Live Like Roof Foundation. I don't know why I'm like nervous. I'm never nervous for these, but I'm nervous right now, and I know everything we're doing. But I know that many of you have followed Buddy's story, and if you attended our Live Like Roof Foundation prom, you saw a moment happen in real life, but I wanted to bring in Lou and Ethan right now. And it's so good to see Ethan, first of all, because we're actually going to retell the story for those of you that don't know the story. It's not an easy one to tell. I know Ethan and Lou, but you'll see what we're going to unveil behind them, which is a picture of Sweet Buddy. But first of all, Ethan, welcome home. I know you've been home for a little while now, but it was so good to see you guys at prom. And I know I definitely ruined my makeup when I first saw you guys, and I even later that night, which we'll show a little bit of a clip from actual prom. But please, Ethan, tell us how you're doing, and kind of just tell us, briefly. I know it's hard, but what happened with Buddy and kind of how we helped, and then we'll unveil our surprise.
Yeah, no, absolutely. First, thanks for having us again. You guys have been an absolute blessing and an absolute godsend. Words just can't describe how different the last 7, 8 months would have been without you guys.
Yeah.
It's incredible. But yeah, I came home in April, so I've been home about 2 months now, and I'm just kind of getting used to the routine and getting to see my wife and my family, and it's been good. It's actually been a little bit more busy than I was expecting, but it's been good. It's there's nothing quite like being home. To kind of give a Cliff Notes version, and hopefully I don't stumble over my words. Basically, last year, me and Lou, we live in Jacksonville. I'm stationed down here, and I am in the Navy. We were getting ready for a deployment with me and my squadron, and 2 weeks essentially before I was supposed to ship out, we found out, our dog Buddy, he started not feeling well, and it was just we knew based on how he was behaving that it was something that it was we had him for 5 years. It was something that we had never seen before, so we knew it was something serious.
He was turning down food. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Buddy's very food motivated. He does not turn down food.
Yeah. So we took him in and we got him diagnosed, and it was worst case scenario. 2 weeks before I leave, we find out that our 5-year-old dog had stage 4 lymphoma, and he had the pretty lethal kind that they gave us a really, really bad prognosis. Basically 3 options: say goodbye to him now before you leave, or get him the best medical treatment you can, and hopefully or maybe he'll be there when you come home so you can say goodbye then. And there's so many people that have animals, so there's a lot of people with pets that kind of know and they understand it. He was our first dog, and we got him at 8 weeks, and he had been through thick and thin with us. You're talking, 4 or 5 different states, 10 to 12 different locations just in the last 5 years. He was thick and thin. The only thing that dog knew was his dog bed and me and Lou. So he's everything to us. And we didn't know what to do. The amount of money for the medical treatments there weren't something that we had offhand and were able to pay, but we knew we needed to keep him as long as we could, especially with me being gone. So we decided to literally in 2 days, we decided to move out of our apartment. We put all our stuff in a storage unit. We moved in with one of my childhood friends, one of our best friends, and his wife. They took us in, and that's when I didn't know what to do. I just started researching, started calling people, started throwing out emails, just asking for help. And that's when Live Like Rue Foundation out of nowhere came in and just absolutely surprised us
blew us
and
away.
went above and beyond and answered the call for us. So they I don't cry very often, but I mean, I was crying. You guys let us know that you guys were going to take care of me and take care of our family, which is everything. While I was gone, and to this day, I just don't have words for it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing too is that it's not just. I mean, the financial help is obviously the biggest burden, but
Yeah,
it's not just that. It's all the emotional support that I had through it while Ethan was gone, and every time we would come back from the vet, it was either like a mini victory, a mini win. That like, oh, Buddy's in remission or Buddy's out of remission. It was just always like this roller coaster of emotions. And then we got so many letters and so many drawings from like little kids, and it was so awesome even getting to meet some of those people at the prom. That they're like, oh, you and Buddy, I'm so and so with Lady, and we wrote to you, and I'm like, I remember Lady, and all the stories that people were writing cards and like during Christmas time, and it was pretty awesome. Just it's not just, oh, here's a check, good luck with your dog. It was like, we're here and we're here for everything, from the good and the bad. So
it was the greatest gift we could have ever received was finding out about Live Like Rue,
yeah,
being able to connect with you, Sarah, and just the whole experience. And on the other note, it gave me peace of mind while I was gone. A lot of stuff that we do, you got to be able to compartmentalize, and it was really tough. But I know one thing: throughout the whole time I was gone, I knew that you guys had our back, and that makes or breaks a deployment. And I was able, unfortunately, uh, he had a good run. He got the best treatment he could get, and we got an additional 5.5 months of just pure bliss.
and
Lou did.
he was good. I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't acting sick, right? So as long
Yeah.
as and that's what his oncologist touched on a lot, is that as long as his quality of life is good, we'll keep trying. We'll keep whatever we can do. And he had a good run. I mean, he was still chasing squirrels. Everybody in the neighborhood knew him, so he would go and
I mean,
stop by the garages to get treats, and he was
everyone loved him.
at that point. If he wasn't a little prince before, at
I mean,
that point, he
all
was
the way
definitely
down.
spoiled.
Yeah, even until I wasn't there, but all the way even until the final day when he did have to be put down.
The
We
neighbors
had my
came
parents come down. The neighbors came over. I mean, I had buddies from the Navy that I knew 4 years ago that came over because they still remembered.
Oh, it's
remembered
people
him.
that lived with you and Buddy when you were moving from Texas to Florida,
Yeah.
and so on. And all the
So-
roommates came by and gave us flowers and cards and hang out with Buddy for the whole afternoon
Yeah.
until the vet came.
So hopefully that's the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of emotions involved, but essentially it was something that we've never experienced before. It was something that, at first we thought he had something wrong in his stomach, and then all of a sudden you hear this, and the timing couldn't have been worse. But throughout all of that, you guys saved an impossible situation.
Yeah, and I think too for Lou, and for me, kind of like just back and forth, I just felt so bad because it was a literal roller coaster, and then having to get that message to Ethan, which I think sometimes Lou, felt like you were on an island, but you had people just not right beside you, which I think is so hard when you're dealing with such sadness. So really kudos to you for getting through it. I know it was not easy, but I do want to say to everybody that donated and wrote cards, like that stuff goes a long way. And as you guys said in the beginning, the emotional support sometimes means more than the money. And for me, we need the funds, but yes, those cards, especially, from children who really are learning, what this is all about. That's so meaningful to you guys, I know. And I know when we get the notes back from the care packages, one of the first thing people say is we love the card because it's handmade and it's legit, so
because even after he passed away, I think probably up to, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, we're still getting stuff in the mail for Buddy, and Buddy gets more mail than us. And so it's it's just crazy to see all these people that have gone through it, people that kind of know what it's like, people that know that it's not just a dog, it's part of your family. It's just all these connections, and it's
Uh-oh. Oh, you guys there?
Yes.
I
Sorry.
think so, yeah.
You froze for a second. Did I freeze or no?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I think we're good now. So anyway, Lou and Ethan got to come to the prom. I was all over Lou. I'm like, listen, I will pay. We will pay for everything. The board agreed, and I know, Ethan, you had the request off from work, but I think it meant so much to me personally, but so much to the people that got to meet you. I know you spoke to Brandy, our board member, for a long time too that night. It meant a lot to her. So I just wanted to play a little clip, and then this clip will kind of unveil what this is. But this is from prom, and this is part of my presentation for prom. So here we go.
So when he says she, he means all of you, because we can't do this without you, and we can't do this without our staff or our board or anything. So when I talked to the board, we were trying to think of a name because we're going to start a new fund for animals that have families in the military. And it's called Buddy's Heroes. So these two are amazing. They're amazing advocates for what we do. That'll have a cool, this is hand painted by a friend that did Paint Your Pet with us. We're going to add a cool little logo to it. It'll live on our website. So Buddy will live on forever, just like Gru. He's got a legacy. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Such a magical moment. And I know I was looking at the pictures that came back from the photographer, and a lot of it is me weeping, you guys weeping.
Ugly cry. I swear, I feel like I keep practicing. Oh, let me look cute while I cry. And it's every time it just,
No, it's not possible. But here's the logo. I wanted to show the logo because Claire did a great job. And that's the photo. You can see the photo that we used, and she
so perfect.
Yeah, she nailed it. I mean, it's perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. But yeah, tell me, because I know you guys got the actual original painting, and you had to get that back home to Florida in one piece. But yeah, it's a beautiful piece of artwork, that's for sure.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I think you froze for another.
Oh no, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so that you got the original piece of artwork. So let's see it. That's by Claire, who did our painting.
Awesome.
It's front and center in our bedroom.
We have so we still living with our friends, and thankfully they haven't kicked us out. But even though Buddy's not here, but they had this little rack in the room, and he has nothing but Buddy stuff. Like he has his little paw print, pictures, this thing. I mean, just all the things that he just keeps receiving. And we're like, I'll put it on Buddy's right. Buddy has this corner in the room, essentially. And then every little dog that comes that we either like big dog sit or whatever, they all come and sleep in his bed and take his toys. And so it's a really good photo. I can think out of the photos I probably sent you, this is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the photo on the left. Actually, my mom took, so I had that photo right away. I was like, what a moment! It's just amazing. And then Kimberly Kingen, who did a lot of our generic photos, or I shouldn't say generic, roving photos, just caught some beautiful images also from the actual presentation, which I love that one. I'm talking with my hands as usual, but Buddy is the center. And then it was just such an emotional time. And then I wanted to share this one with you guys in the photo booth, which I love how he's hanging out with you. But yeah, so everybody knows you can donate for Buddy's Heroes right now. You can go to livelikeru.org and just put Buddy's Heroes in there. What we'll do is we'll take applications for anybody that has somebody in the military basically and has a pet that's going through cancer, and I would love to fund them 100%, which we did for you guys too. I think it's so important. You've got to give back to the people that give back so much to this country. And I mean, Ethan made the ultimate sacrifice, didn't get to say goodbye to his dog. Sorry. It's just a lot to take. The fact that you had to FaceTime, it's really, I wasn't going to cry, but yeah.
No, none of us were going to cry, right?
Yeah, it's just incredible. And I'm so sorry, Ethan, again, that you did not get to say goodbye to him. But I think Lou, again, incredible job. getting through it. You knew it was going to be tough. You know, I think it still says a lot that you guys moved out of your apartment to live with friends just to fund his treatment. I mean, that's our kind of people, that's for sure.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it really was. The things I would do for that dog, the things we would do to just have him back for a day, or just, have a little kiss, or all the things we keep talking about. Sometimes we go down like memory lane, and it starts like this, and then we start looking at videos and finding pictures, and just like starts laughing and all the funny quirks he had and all the things that he did, and just the random stories.
I mean, they're real. They're a real part of your family.
Brandy definitely heard all of the stories. I don't know if she wanted to or not, but she was sitting at the table with us, and it was like, oh, let me tell you about this, and then it just like completely rabbit hole into like all the things that happened in the past 5 years. So she heard all of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure she loved it. Brandy is an amazing human who gives so much to Live Like Rue too. I know that, being able to meet you guys meant a lot to all of us. So thank you again for making the trip. Like I said in my speech, he's a Rue dog forever. You guys are Rue family forever, but now his legacy gets to live on by helping other people, which is the epitome of what my dog Rue was. So I love that you'll get to, and that's the other thing. You guys are going to get to meet these people, and we're all going to get to meet these people that we're helping. That's really important for me, and I know for our entire staff and board, for people to see who we're helping. So I can't wait to help our first person. So if anybody out there knows of somebody in the military that has an animal with cancer, and again, it doesn't have to just be a dog. We've helped cats, horses, guinea pigs, rabbits. It can be anything. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I've been waiting to do this, and I really appreciate your time. And Ethan, hold on. We should sing happy birthday, right, Lou?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's 30. He's 30.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, I'm an awful singer. Happy birthday, dear Ethan. Happy birthday to you. Sorry about my singing voice.
It was beautiful.
That is great. Thank you. That's funny.
And just one more time, I really do have to thank you, like the whole foundation, everyone that sent support, everyone that's been with us through the whole step of the way. Like, there's no amount of times I could say thank you. Yeah. That would ever be enough. So
100% obviously would rather have Buddy here, but if we had gone through this, we talked about this so many times that like we would have never researched Live Like Rue. We're not from up north, so we wouldn't know. We just wouldn't know that you get to base in Chicago. There's just so many incredible things that like ripple the facts from it, and then on top of all of it, like you guys are not incredible enough as is, like he turned Buddy into a legacy, and like I don't know if like it's because we don't have kids, but like we were absolutely so obsessed with this dog, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like people don't understand, but like you guys do. Like you guys and everybody that's part of Live Like Rue and the supports that like they feel the same way about their dog. Like this is not just a dog, it was a whole routine. It really is part of your life, and I don't know that we'll ever not feel this way because he's gone now, but hopefully he'll get easier. But it's just. So thank you. It's just so incredible that his little legacy lives on. Like, I mean, that's just the coolest thing. And it was such a cool dog. Like, this is so fitting for Buddy. It's just incredible. I mean, it's crazy.
We promise to help pay it forward.
Yeah, 100%.
You're already doing it.
I want to reach out with you after this, but we definitely want to somehow get the military, like his squadron involved, and because everybody knows the story since Ethan was deployed when it happened, so they're all kind of supported him while he was there, and I want to try to somehow get my company involved, and like we're just gonna blow this out of the water.
I love that. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just you guys being here means a lot to me. Again, you took time out of your day, so you're getting a lot of happy birthday wishes to Ethan. So 30 is a big one. That's a big one.
I know.
Old man now.
I woke up and my neck hurt this morning.
Listen, I'm gonna be 48 this year, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh, you look great.
You don't look a
Thank you, Ethan.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Please, if you want to donate to Buddy's Heroes, go to livelikeRue.org. Thank you so much, Lou and Ethan. We love you guys so much, and we will check in with you again soon.
That
Awesome.
sounds good. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.